DJUGOCRAZY.
DJUTV, let them know who we got in the building.
Yeah, it's your boy Tay Capone, man. Y'all already know how we coming, man.
Tay Capone, what you on?
Shit, folks. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't been doing shit. I've been sitting back, not dropping no music, finna drop some new shit, waiting, chilling, man. Being a dad, I've been, locked in on my father duties and shit. In the studio, doing a little shit that I'm supposed to be doing, but I really just been locked in behind the scenes.
So overall, how would you say life's been treating you lately?
Oh yeah, everything been good, man. I ain't gonna lie, I've been good, folk. I've been good. Everything been great. I ain't gonna lie, folk. I'm really starting to see this year, like, being an adult, this shit really hit me. Like, I ain't gonna lie, but this is I'm doing a lot of adult shit right now that I really never thought I'd think was important.
Sure.
Like working on my credit, you feel me? Like getting shit in my name and, like working on a lot of shit that I just never thought was important, but I see as everything on Fulham. It's like everything. So I've been behind the scenes doing shit like that.
For sure, for sure. Man, you got a crazy ass fan base, man, and they really been on my ass about this interview.
Yeah. Like
for real. So welcome to DJUTV, man. I'm glad to have you here,
Yeah,
and
glad to be here, gang.
For sure. We just go jump right into it, man. I was watching No Jumper the other night. Your boy 16 on that, he on that spitting on motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? And that interview with Flakko did like 1 million views. It went viral. What's your thoughts on, the whole situation?
Man, that shit was crazy. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, just seeing the whole thing, man, it fucked my head up, G, because it's like some real live, unexpected ass shit, man. And when I seen it, like, I was sitting there with a bunch of my people, we was all watching it, and I seen it, I'm like, wow, like, because nobody knew where it was finna go. Like, it was like 16 was sitting there the whole time, like, cool. You know what I'm saying? I didn't never know if it was gonna take a left turn. So when it took a left turn, I remember everybody being like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, it was crazy. You feel me? That shit tweaked me out. It tweaked all us out because we ain't see it coming. Like, he sat there for over an hour chilling, like, just going back and forth, cool. Like, it was like tense little moments, but it was like he sat there the whole time, letting everything go. Like,
right.
Then when he did that, it fucked everybody up, man.
Right. So for those that don't know, it was a No Jumper podcast in which the guy Flakko was calling 16 shot him a clout chaser.
Right.
Depending upon the Bandman Kevo situation. So with the interviews and the content that 16 had been posting about Kevo, do you think he was clout chasing, or was he just doing his job?
See, I ain't never gonna say he was clout chasing. You feel me? Like, see, my thing about it is, to say somebody is clout chasing is like saying somebody got something like the gain from all this. Like, I feel like 16 is out of touch with all of this shit, bro. Like, it's not like this was a rumor that was floating around before, like that. Like, I had never heard no shit like that. Like, I don't know where that started at or where that situation came from or where that rumor came from, but the first time that it got spoken on, it low-key was like the first time everybody had ever heard of it. You feel me? So I don't know if 16 would have knew about it prior to really be like, let me ask somebody that was on his case. You know what I'm saying? Like, to even try to gallop or get the resources to ask somebody about what's going on with Bandman Kevo. You feel me? Like, so I feel like he would need to know that or heard the situation to go clout chase. You feel me? Because to clout chase would be like, oh yeah, I know about this situation. Let me go ask somebody on this case. Let me go get some information or get some details about it and put it out there. Like, I don't think that was the case. You feel me? I think if that was the case, it would have been clout chasing on 16 end.
Right.
But like, and I say he more further than the situation to me, like, he don't be knowing these people, bro. Like, he don't be like knowing these people, or they don't be knowing him. Like, they circles is way different.
Right.
He just getting in the industry. So a lot of people who he be around as of right now wouldn't even know about these type of things. You feel me? This is something like, if I would hear if it was out there, I never even heard it. So I know folks never heard that. You know what I'm saying? To go and ask somebody like Miko or whoever what he said, like to go ask him. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't know about it, to go and seek the information, I don't really think you was clout chasing. I think what happened was the person who wanted to get out was looking for something, or like, I don't know, like, you feel me? It's like, I think if anybody was looking for it, it wouldn't be 16 that was clout chasing, basically, is what I'm saying. Because I don't think he knew about it prior to probably being contacted by the person he interviewed. You know what I'm saying? Like, he never heard it. I know he never heard it because I never heard it. It was nothing that was out there like, yeah, Kevo supposed to said this and did this on their case. I never heard that. So for a motherfucker to go and be like, he was clout chasing, that'll imply that the motherfucker was looking for that info. But I don't think he was. I think somebody else was trying to get something out, and he chose folks' channel, and that's where all this shit coming from for real in my eyes.
Right. But behind that situation, with the that's the name, Miko?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Miko situation on 16 shot him. He went up and said Bandman Kevo was having a BBL, you know, and that sparked, you know, some more drama.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I guess he began dating Bandman Kevo's ex-wife or something of that sort, you know, and that's some more drama, you know.
Right.
So I just want to touch on the latter situation, right? Like him messing with old girls. Like, now, do you think that's probably taking it too far, or is that fair game?
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like, and you know, like, I just feel like everything, like, say for instance, what I'm trying to say is, I'm trying to put it in the right words. I think like perspective, like, and knowing like what's going on really matters, like breaking this down. Because on one end, it could be the guy, you feel me, that can be searching for all this information. And from what I talked to 16, you know, and unless he lying to me, a lot of this information he not searching for it, if that's what I'm saying. Like, even from the beginning, like that Miko situation, he ain't searched for that story. This situation with, and I'm finna stop really talking about it because I don't really, this families and shit, but just speaking on like what he tell me, it's like people want him, it's like, I don't know what the people on with Kevo, for whatever reasons, they all got some type of vendetta and they wanna hurt Shorty. Like, they really do. Like, the people who coming out and speaking against him, they really got something towards him and they ready to get that information out or try to throw that out there or get it out there however they can. Like, this girl that 16 been messing with, like, he not going around just trying to play with people's families, is what I'm saying. Like, people approaching him, DMing him, coming to him with information, like, out the woodwork, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many things that people, like, it's shit that folks could have said, like, or got into that he didn't, you feel me? And y'all would have been like, damn, such and such, and it's like, people, Shorty getting this information from Kevo closest people or people who used to be close to him. Like, this information not even coming from people who just never knew him or never fucked with him or had no relationship with him. It's people that, valid people coming to 16, unwillingly giving Shorty these type of things to have against Kevo. You know what I'm saying? Like, Shorty ain't out here looking like, and I know it's easy to paint that picture like he out here finding out shit about him. These people know that it's somebody out here that got the same enemy as them now. And they coming to him and they trying to give him intel and get him info and get him, like, what they know, you know what I'm saying, to try to sabotage Shorty or, like, go against him and tweak on him, you feel me? Like, but he not trying to go against, he not looking for this information, he not digging it up or doing nothing like that. It's just really people out here, like, when y'all fall out, they gonna turn to your op. They ain't gonna hold that information they had, especially if it depend on how they ended, how y'all relationship or friendship ended. A lot of these people, they gonna, as soon as they catch you beefing with somebody, they gonna be trying to tell them everything they know about that person. A lot of these people, when y'all friends, y'all besties, but when y'all ain't friends, y'all enemies. Like, ain't no in between. Like, soon as y'all fall out, y'all gonna be ops to them. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna be trying to do everything in this world to tear you down. You know what I'm saying? And if they see somebody beefing with the same person they into it with, they gonna try to help that person and arm that person to the best of his abilities or her abilities to take that person down to whatever op they got alike. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what I see going on, because he not really like, he don't know nothing really. Like, it's a lot of motherfuckers that don't really know shit about Kevo. Just the niggas who was on this case or got money with him. Everybody wasn't out here with Shorty or friends with him or in a car with him or been around him or shit. Like, everybody ain't did that. So it ain't shit just everybody know about dude. So if it was, it would have been shit coming out. You know what I'm saying? It's not. It's just a lot of motherfuckers wanting folks to know this information, I feel, and they coming with him and they giving him the information to go against Kevo because they want to go against Kevo too. You know what I'm saying? Okay,
cool. Now, after listening to everything you've just shared with us, right, the one question I have is, even though others were bringing this information to 16, with him putting it out to the masses, do you think that there is still some type of accountability that he has to accept?
I ain't gonna lie, I do. I mean, it's accountability when anything, when you decide to like talk about somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever you say, you gotta stand on that, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever you put out, stand on what you put out, you know what I'm saying? And I also think intent matter with that too. Because a lot of people go say like, yeah, you was the one interviewed Biko and you put that out about him, but I don't think that was ill intention on his end. I honestly think that was just like any other business. You know, you don't know what you finna say or what a person finna bring up in an interview. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really don't know. We don't know if Miko paid for that interview. We don't know if that was something that Miko DM 16 about and wanted him to know. We don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like intent matters for you to be able to like really hold accountability. Now, when you get to spilling the beans about shit with ill intent, yeah, you gotta hold the weight. You know what I'm saying? But when you was just doing business basically and some shit came out and it wasn't your intention, I feel like that's different. You know what I'm saying? So a motherfucker definitely, when you spilling people beans or talking about people, yeah, you gotta take that weight. You know what I'm saying? Because if you doing it with ill intentions to hurt somebody or talk down on them, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Know what the consequences of that is. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's with anybody. Like, whatever you say about a motherfucker and you take that route to talk about like personal shit or anything like that and you doing it with ill intent, just be able to accept the consequences. Like, and I ain't saying like it's gonna be smoke about it. Like, if you and the person you speaking on bump heads, like, you gotta know that's what's gonna happen when you say this, and you gotta be able to accept that. You know what I'm saying? And if you could accept that, you could do what you wanna do, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people, like, you gotta know what the intent is when you doing this shit. Because a lot of motherfuckers, you sit and you ask these questions as an interviewer, or y'all start talking and niggas venture off to certain things, certain other shit get brought up. You never really, know what all gonna be said. You know what I'm saying? Me and you we didn't even know what was gonna all be said today. You know what I'm saying? It's just shit like that.
The reason why I asked is because most recently, about a month ago, I did an interview with this guy named Bloodbath. And, in the interview, he basically said that, there was papers floating around Cook County saying that Lil Jay got HIV. And that part of the interview went viral. It was all over Facebook.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So, I was receiving a lot of backlash for it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I knew I had to take, some accountability. Were you able to check out that interview?
Yeah, I seen, not the whole thing, but of course, like the viral shit that went viral, I seen it. Okay. Seen what he said.
Okay, so about the rumors and stuff.
Yeah.
So what were your thoughts on that?
On when he said it, or like the situation?
When the Bloodbath situation went viral.
Oh yeah, I mean like that's he in jail. That's what he talking about. Like that's what's in front of him. You know what I'm saying? Like that he on that phone call speaking on that shit, and it's like I feel like people gonna try to make you take accountability for it because you gave him a platform, but you don't know what he finna say. You know what I'm saying? We just talking, we talking about certain things that you had an idea about, but you don't know he finna get into conversations about it or what he really had it deep in he gonna go about it. You know what I'm saying? Like shit gets brought up, you know what I'm saying? Things get said, and that's just how it goes. Like I don't feel like like I said, intent matter. You know what I'm saying? Like he talking about what he seeing right then in front of him in jail. Like he a jail nigga. He talking to you from jail. So that's what's happening in front of him. That's the things that he could speak on right now because he been in the how long he been in the
he been in Cook County Jail for 9 years now.
Oh yeah, that's all he been in if he was talking about Lil J, he been in there before Lil J got booked. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever he's speaking on, he probably feel like it's valid or that's what's going on. You feel me? So he speaking on it, but as far as what you did, I feel like you gave him the platform, but that's really all you did. There's nothing to try to tell nobody down, and you don't really know what everybody gonna speak on or what's gonna be said or asked in these interviews or what y'all gonna end up talking about.
Right.
It's hard to do a lot of times.
All right, so lately, the Chicago blogger game been going crazy, sort of say. We got a lot of rappers turned bloggers.
Right.
King Yella and FYBJ Main, Billionaire Black. You know what I'm saying? The fans be feeling like you should be a blogger. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, they be saying you was the first one to be doing it.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Like it's so crazy because that shit started on accident. Like, when I first made my YouTube channel, because I finally got smart. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm steady putting M's. I put M's on Ray Money, put M's on Ricky, put M's on DJ, Luca. Locka. Put M's on everything that I put, everybody I shoot with, I put M's on it. And I wasn't even making no YouTube money. Like, before I went to jail, I was just dropping. I was getting paid only off features. So, like, and these my homies, like all my cameraman homies, I still love them. I don't blame them. I didn't know the game, so they went on me. You feel me? They wasn't paying me when they was getting that check for all that shit I was putting on their page. And that was my fault. But when I came home, I had learned about it, but still never made my own YouTube channel because I always thought like I had spent so much time putting all my fan bases on these guys' channels that if I just like tried to release on my own channel, it wouldn't do the same amount of views. Like I'm dropping on this cameraman got 200,000 subscribers, this cameraman got 300,000, this cameraman got 100,000, and I'm just like, damn, I'm gonna be starting from scratch. My views gonna look bogus. You know what I'm saying? And that shit used to matter back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, for it look like his shit ain't busting or something, you feel me? And that shit used to tweak with me.
Still matter now, today.
Yeah, you feel me? Like, so it's like, I always was like, if I try to do it and do my own YouTube, I'm gonna have to build my shit from scratch. And when I came home, I had learned about this thing called Video. Video actually, a representative of theirs actually hit me up through email like, man, I just checked out all your videos and none of them monetized. Like, you're not making a dime. And I'm like, whoa, you feel me? I'm emailing the dude back. I had to check what was Video. When I Googled them, seeing that was official shit. They was actually like helping everybody get their money. They had already was doing business, was like S-Dot was going through them and some more people they was telling me about. And I was using them to monetize all my YouTube videos. So that was like, I had got my first check like in July of 2017. That was my first time basically getting paid for my music. And I was using them. And I still use them for like all my old videos that was already monetized. I still get a check from them. But then like, I actually had made a YouTube page before. You feel me? And then, but I was never like, I had lost the password and just some dumb young nigga shit when I first came home. So I ended up not making one because I spent so much time trying to get that one back. And I'm like, nah, fuck it, I'm gonna make a new one. So I made a new one. And because I'm thinking about the money now, I made a new one. And then when I made the new one, I'm like, okay, how the fuck I get the money? So now I'm calling all my YouTube friends and shit like, bro, where the fuck my money come? They telling me I gotta get 1,000 subscribers, which was, of course, that's not hard. I'm famous. Did that quick, but I had to get 4,000 hours of watch time. You know, we all know about that watch time shit. That shit is like a video, like posting some type of, I didn't want to post nothing that I couldn't get paid for. So I wasn't just gonna post a music video on there and try to get the watch time hours that way because I wasn't gonna be able to just get my money from the jump. So I'm like, man, I need to build up my page to get the watch time.
Right. And
I'm trying to do it through little ways, like I'm uploading the motherfucker getting drenched on my page. That shit really ain't do shit. Like it ain't make my watch time. So I'm talking to 16 one day and he like, yeah, to get the watch time, bro, you know you could go live too. Mm-hmm. I'm like, yeah, feel me? And I'm like, I'm gonna go live, you feel me? I started going live. And I was just like, you know, I wasn't really like a blogger, or like, I guess I was blogging, but I only blog about me, you feel me? Like I wasn't blogging about new topics and shit that was going on. Like I see, like some of the other people you mentioned, that's how they do it. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't doing that. I was like, talking about me, talking about old shit, talking about what's going on with me, showing my son certain questions and shit that the fans always wanted to like, you know, because the fans, they watch my interviews and they be like, from my interviews, they kind of be like, want to kick it with me after that. Like they always be on some, man, bro, we, you know, we watch your interviews, we feel like we know you. We feel like we getting high. When I be flaming up woods and shit in my interview, they feel they flame up a wood with me and watch. Like they smoking with me and talking to me on phone. So it's like, that was their first chance to really kind of connect with me personally in real time. You know what I'm saying? So they was on there fucking with me heavy. You know what I'm saying? Some of the topics I'm getting doing 100K, 200K, shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Right. And it's like when I knew they was watching me, even when I dropped way back when and when I was like doing other shit, that shit was still like, they'll still like want to live or still want like something to just want me to keep going, and I keep going, you know what I'm saying? So like I actually think the people who doing that is smart, because that's kind of like, bro, like I feel like this shit right now, we got it to where we don't got to work for nobody. Like, our names and our faces, and like, it's better to like know what you can get from this shit and take advantage of it. Like, that's free money. That's some money that I could be sitting in my crib or in my condo or in a motherfucking hotel room and I can make. Like, I can go live real quick and speak. I don't gotta go to the studio and do a feature with a nigga and take 2-3 hours out of my day. I don't gotta do nothing. I could literally be doing nothing and I can have 5, 6, 1,000 people on this live with me, and then we could talk, connect, speak about real things, and then when it's over, I can monetize that and I can get paid from just kicking it with my peoples, with my fan base. Like, that's smart as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's actually smart as hell. People who don't do it. Because it's one crazy thing, when I first started doing it, people tried to make it seem like that was a symbol, like niggas was falling off or something. Like,
type shit.
I'm like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, y'all be tweaking trying to act like y'all own. Y'all ain't own. Ain't none of us own. Mm-hmm. Like, we ain't rich yet, nigga. For them niggas be acting like they got too much money, and I got money. I ain't got too much money not to be connected with my peoples and shit. Mm-hmm. So I actually think that's smart as hell. I like it.
For sure. So, I used to watch your lives. This was like, you talking about like during like the pandemic time?
I think it was.
Yeah.
I think it was, because I think
that's down there when everybody started, you feel me, going up on live and shit.
Yeah.
You know, the fans, they be interested in you know, your early days, you know what I'm saying, your Team 600 days, you know, the guys you were growing up, you know, around, shit like that. So, you know, I want to ask you about a couple of those guys myself. You know, Like I said, what's understood ain't got to be explained. We here with Tay Capone, aka Tay 600. Tay 600 up them Rugers, right?
Right.
But man, there's one guy from 600 who's, you know, in my opinion, the most interesting. D Rose.
Right.
Can you talk to us about D Rose? Did you grow up with him?
That's Sandbox. Like,
Really?
That's before 600.
Okay.
Before Black Disciple, before anything, like, that's 8, 9 years old, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Like, that's like from way back when, you know what I'm saying? Like, and like Shorty, he was one of them niggas, like, he just like the internet painted him so bogus, like, you know what I'm saying? And that shit low key got him 40 years. Like, that shit he booked for right now, he ain't even do, but it's his name circulates so bad, they been ready to, you know, he beat an attempt right before he got bumped for a body. And they wanted him for that, but they couldn't. So when he came with this, it was like they wanted him that bad, and now he innocent. But like Shorty, before all of this shit, he just the nigga, he smiled, played. He one of them niggas, like, if you going through something or you got a bad day, you see D Rose, you fuck around, don't even be that blue no more, cause he just light up the room. He smile and play and tweak. He just keep playing, bro. He one of them niggas, like, he play all day. Like, he one of them type of, like, it's crazy how the world played him, cause he the opposite of that. Like, if you know him, you love him, he gonna smile, tweak, play, you know, like, ask for a square, cause he is a square-holic. For them shit like that. Like, when me and Shorty used to be little, all we did was wanna play a game. We both had a hell of games, bro. We just be playing the game. He always had new games, always had the newest shit. You know, his mama kept them and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Whatever was in, he had it. You know what I'm saying? Never ruined it for nothing. You feel me? Like, you know how motherfucker be trying to make up stories about how people turn to the streets. Like, a lot of us just chose that path, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was one of the ones, like, he could have did whatever he wanted to do. He was a hooper. He was one of them niggas, like, he'd bust your ass on the court, like, had them bitches on phone. Like, he one of them niggas get picked up every time niggas on the drive playing ball. They go, oh yeah, Bill, ooh. No, this pre-D Rose, so this he Bill. Motherfucker, yeah, Bill, check it out, ooh. I always want him. BD. Hoes always liked him, never had a problem getting hoes and shit. We was always some little handsome little niggas on phone. So when we jumped in the streets, everything just changed on phone. Like, a lot of shit did change, just like how everybody else perceived him changed when we jumped in the streets, because everybody still knew he was that playful nigga and all that, but there was something else going on with him, man. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. One thing I heard you say was, you know, how some guys be coming up and they choose that path.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When they didn't, you know, necessarily have to, right?
Yeah.
When you were growing up, at some point, you chose that path. You know. So tell me, what's a young man mentality? Growing up on the south side of Chicago, we in Inglewood. You know, early 2010s, right?
Right.
And you choosing that path. Like, what's making him choose that path?
I just feel like, you know, when you be coming up, everything, the transition is like seamless, bro. Like, you literally go from being innocent to being in some shit. Like, it's literally that quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like the time frame I could remember from nothing to being something was like instantly it wasn't nothing. Like, wasn't no time frame. We was innocent and then we wasn't. Like, everything was all good and then it wasn't. Like, so when you growing up, you don't even be prepared for what's finna happen because you really don't see it coming. Like, everything be cool. Everything was cool at one point in time, and then it just changed. Like, that's just, I just don't know. Like, and when you coming up, when it change, if you don't change with it, you really ain't gonna be no good. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes when people, like, when shit be happening, people don't be understanding what's happening and they end up in bad positions. You know what I'm saying? Like, when we was coming up, we was innocent. We was all just hooping in the back of the white building, like, chasing the little girls and going to school, and then, like, it was basically like we went, that summer was over, and the next grade we went into, it was beef. Like, it wasn't even no, it was like from 6th to 7th grade. We ended 6th grade, not into it with nobody, and by the time 7th grade started, in September, it was gun smoke in the air. Feel me?
So tell us, bro, when you was growing up, what was your household like? Any siblings, both parents, or what?
Yeah, I had both parents. You know, I'm from the projects, bro, so, like, my mama and daddy, like, I've been coming up. This is why I be telling my father, like, you could be born in this shit for real. Like, I'm from the projects, like, born in, you feel me? So, like, I always been around this shit. My mama, it was my mama and my daddy, and I'm the only boy. I got 3 sisters.
Okay.
Okay. I actually got 4 sisters, but my oldest when she died.
Okay. So you the only boy, all sisters. You the baby boy?
I'm actually, I would have been the 3rd child, but I'm the 2nd since my oldest is gone. But yeah, I got 2 little sisters, and then I'm the 2nd oldest, and then it's my sister Mena.
Okay. Mena Red, that's your oldest sister? So Mena the oldest?
Yeah, she the biggest, she the oldest.
Okay, okay. So tell us what it was like, bro, because look, I'm the oldest of 4, but we got all boys and 1 girl, so you the only boy with all girls. Tell me what it was like growing up, you know, in a household, you know, full of women. And, you know, look, especially you growing up to be a street nigga, you know, a nigga that's growing up with all sisters, he down there under the Lil Nas X Act, you know what I'm saying? For real, right? He grew up, then that's his excuse too, right? He grew up with all women.
Yeah, man. Hey, no,
so
man.
How was that, for real?
That shit, like, it was, I ain't gonna lie, bro, like, having all sisters, man, it just make you, like, really, like, it made me soft on women, like, and I'm saying it, like, I ain't even gonna lie, like, not even on some, I be tricking off or none of that type of shit. It just made me, like, love girls more, like, you feel me? Because I looked at it like, shit, I was raised by women, basically, you feel me? Like, it really was nothing wrong. My sisters was actually like brothers, you feel me? Like, especially Mena, like, she was just like big bro. Like, I never looked at her like no boy on photo. It was always like I had to learn something, or she was always the only motherfucker who really I ever was scared of when I was a shorty. Like, I was scared of my sister. Like, she a nigga, she was a motherfucker I get to knock a nigga out. Like, I never did that, but I'm saying, like, before I would be scared of a nigga, I'd be scared of my big sister on photo. So she was like having a big brother, even though we was the same age. Like, cause you know, we only 11 months apart, so we basically grew up together for real. Okay. Everything we learned, basically since learning to walk, we kind of learned together. So it's like, we go through shit at the same time, but as far as like, she kind of like jumped off the porch before me. You know what I'm saying? And I jumped off young, you know what I'm saying? And she was already off the porch on the low end, fighting with her friends. And as 11, Mena hit a growth spurt. She was her size, she was like that when she was 11. Like, so having her around was kind of like having a big bro, and I just had to always make sure like my little sisters was good. And you know, my little sisters, they was always younger, they was so much younger than me, they always was kind of like innocent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm 12, 13, when I got in that age, jumping in the streets, they was like 2-3 years younger than me, and they was staying out of that life. Mena jumped off the porch before me, so she was already in. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, as long as I made sure that them two was straight, all I had to deal with was big bro. You feel me? And that shit was like, it was kind of like having brothers. You feel me? I always wanted a brother, but I think that would end up being Mena.
Type shit. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So, your 2 little sisters, you 11 months away from Mena. Mm-hmm. What's the age, age differences with your 2 little sisters?
My age difference is they both 23.
Okay.
You feel me? It's actually one of them got a different mom, but she was still with us.
Okay, okay.
So they both 23.
Okay.
They like 4 months apart.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So y'all were all pretty much close.
Yeah,
Close together
we
in
all
age.
like close together in age.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. So you growing up, you know, you got what you got going on outside, you know what I'm saying? This is what you coming home to, you know what I'm saying? Your mama, 4 sisters, you feel me? And you know, you say, you know, Mena Red, that's your big sis, AKA big bro, you know? You know, what we know about Mena Red, you know what I'm saying, and definitely no disrespect, you know, just, you know, she was dating 051 Melly at one point, and she was also dating King Von at another point, you know what I'm saying? The internet say, you know, Von the one he was talking about, you know what I'm saying, and all his ex-girlfriend disses type shit, you know what I'm saying? So with you being, you know, right there, you know, like I say, as a young man in the mix, outside in the streets, and this is what you coming home to, you know, how did that make you feel, you know what I'm saying, as a brother, right?
Yeah, like, and I'm glad you asked me this, because I never been asked this, and I was never really gonna ever speak on this shit, but I really feel like I need to, like, address something, because, you know, like, everybody in the streets out here in Chicago, they respect the fuck out of my sister. Like, they know what type of body, they know her body. You know, it's only the internet trolls or the people that, like, far away from the situation that try to make them type of, like, you know, they try to make them type of statements and shit. Like, they try to go against her and come at her like that. But when you speak on that type of shit, like, when you talk about, like, dating Melly and dating Von, or like loyalty or shit like that, because that's what people like to speak on. My sister is not, first of all, like, I'm with her with whatever. That shit was like something that only I disagree with her in front of her about. I'd never go against her, like, you feel me, or go against whatever decision she made. That's my twin, like. So if I ever never agreed with her, I'd never disagree with somebody else disagreeing with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm with her, like, so whatever she do, it's like it's just, that's my sister. I'm always with her. So when that happened, it was like people like that when they Von, you know, like Von, it's my man. You know what I'm saying? And Von really never was dissing Mena because Mena like left or did something disloyal. Von really was mad Mena got away. Like, that's just really what happened, man. Like, you know, Von did some shit, and he know, like, that was his way of getting her attention. Like, Von wish it was Mena. Like, if Von could have had my sister right then and there, like, he would still be with her. You feel me? Like, he just knew it was, like, no coming back. It really was no amendment, like, and they was still cool. They was still, like, he'd do that and pop a pill, get in his feelings, go live, or say, write a little bob, but it just show you how much he thought about her. Like, or show how much what she did. You know, you get on, you get rich and famous, you think nigga don't give a fuck about this type of shit no more. Like, bitch, I'm rich, I got M's, I'm turnt, you know, I'm V Roy.
Right.
Apparently that shit's somewhere on your membrane, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I don't know if we've all did X in here, but I have a lot. And I know when you get off X, you gonna contact who you really love. You gonna speak on them. You don't know if, man, hey, man, you send them texts out, man, I love you, man, bro. The nigga next to you that you love, you gonna talk his ear out. You know what I'm saying? Like, just show, like, a motherfucker, he off them drugs, he just pouring his heart out on Foden, he love her, you know what I'm saying? And he know that she got away on Foden, he know that he let that shit ain't go right, you know what I'm saying? And, like, this is what I want people to understand, like, Mena was never 600. She was my big sister, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was like my mama, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, on Foden, like, when my mama, I always talked about in interviews how much my mama couldn't be around because she was always working. My daddy was in the Fed, she was working hard to make sure we stayed in a nice crib, stayed in the shit we had, and stayed, like, up to date. So, like, Mena was like, imagine we 11 months apart, so I look at her like we equal, but she really like my mama low-key, she feeding us. She sending me outside to the block with money. You feel me? Like, Mena always did her, had a little hustle. I always had a little group of friends, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always had some little money. I used to be outside, fucked up, trying to get a piece of puffer fry, ready to do something crazy for $5. And I'd be like, man, I'm finna go ask my sister for it. And I always ask her, and she'd get that shit to me. And I'd be decent, you feel me? Like, and this turned to a thing. Like, she always made sure, like, I was straight, and that turned into her following me outside, like, and Mena was like one of them niggas, bro. Like, when I was in school, my big brothers, D-Thang them, when they was telling me stay in school, they was ditching school with her. Like, they used to be, tell your ass better go to school, boy. And none of them at school, Mena, they ditching school, they ditching with her. Mm. Like, she really locked in my hood, you know what I'm saying? She was like first lady of my block and wasn't even from my block. Her and the Pinks, they was the closest things to female 6'0s, you know what I'm saying? Like, and she was never from my hood, you know what I'm saying? She was respected from my block and she followed her little brother, you know what I'm saying? We always lived in the hood, so everybody always knew who Mena was. Right. You know what I'm saying? And Mena, like, she got more stripes than a zebra, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying that to say she was never from 600, right? But she earned a lot of loyalty from everybody who was around us. My mama was the type of person, bro, you know, I always had a nice family. When we was shorties, when we used to go to the jail and we used to be at the station, and you know, you a juvenile, your mama got to come sign you out. A lot of the guys' mamas used to leave their kids there, and they had to get shit to the Audi home. If I was there, my mom was picking us up from the trespass, wait 8-9 hours. She was putting everybody. My mom had a $2 Monte Carlo. She would put 8 boys in her and take everybody home. She ain't dropping nobody off at the bus stop. She's not taking y'all all to my house and making y'all find y'all on ride. She don't give a fuck if you lived over east all the way back to Indiana. If you live in the hundreds, if you live up north, she at 4 in the morning taking all us, taking all these little boys to their house. These little boys that left their kid, these little boys' mama that said fuck them, send them to the Audi home. My mama that came and got all the kids, bro. And when my sister Mena called her case, none of that shit mattered, bro. You know, because people like to speak on loyalty, and loyalty is really like, that shit go both ways, gang.
So when you say she called her case, none of that shit mattered, what you mean by that?
When my sister, and mind you, I just spoke about how my family was and what they been meant to my area. You know what I'm saying? What my sister, what my mama, what I meant to that. You know what I'm saying? My sister caught a case. You know what I'm saying? Like, and before I even start speaking on it, everybody did their time, got arrested, the case over, ain't nothing new. You know what I'm saying? But my sister caught a case, gang. You know what I'm saying? This Mena, she got more stripes than a zebra. She like people's everything out here. You know what I'm saying? And she caught a case she shouldn't have never caught. You know what I'm saying? A case that some motherfuckers put her in. You know what I'm saying? And when they put her in that situation, bro, wasn't no love shown then. My sister went down for 2 pipes and an aggravated discharge, bro. That mean they locked her up in the system for shooting at somebody as well. You feel me? Of course, we all know that never took place. Some shit go down that shouldn't have went down while motherfuckers was in my sister's car. They leave. Some shit go down. Motherfucker get up out the car and try to get on feet. When they pulled my sister over, gang, my sister wouldn't even been in jail if the niggas who ran didn't leave their pipes in the car.
Type shit.
They left their pipes in the car, gang. Y'all get out and run. They don't even get the niggas, they get my sister. They don't know nobody that got out these cars. If they would have pulled over and them pipes wasn't in there, she probably would have got let go. Because they bumped the car over for description. A girl on the scene described my sister's car, they flagged her car down. When they flagged her car down, the 2 people who they was looking for that was in there wasn't in there. she would have got let go. Until they pulled out the car, they found the pipe in the passenger seat and a pipe on the back seat, and the pipe on the back seat was jammed. The pipe on the back seat was jammed, gang. And it was facing my sister. Like, if it, like, I seen one of my homies trying to unjam a pipe and shot himself in his hand, fresh off of jail. Like, I know these pipes malfunction all the time. Like, he left his jammed pipe facing my sister. If at any time it wanted to malfunction when he left, it could have went off, shot her straight in her spine. This is how they leave her, you know what I'm saying? She go to jail. Ain't no love shown. She get a $9,000 bond. Ain't nothing shaking. You know what I'm saying? The people who are part of it, they got people with money. It's people that's rapping. It's niggas who's on. Ain't no money coming from my sister, man. That 9,000 ain't come up. Mena ain't telling nobody or put nobody in no jam. That 9,000 never came up. We had to get her when she got a bond deduction. Nobody helped us. She get out. Her lawyer, we paying them every court date. We never got no money for that. Mind you, she the only one out of all this shit, she's the only one ever seen a day in prison or jail for this shit. Nobody else got no time. So the lawyer, ain't nobody help us do that.
Wow.
Mind you, she fought this case for 18 months on house arrest, gang. She getting movement and shit, she gotta go to work to get the movement. Imagine, it's summer. She missed 2 summers for that shit, gang, and was on parole for a 3rd summer. She outside on house arrest, big ass leg. You know, my sister a girly girl, bro. Everything she was, she showing a little leg, she showing a little, and it's a fat ass house arrest band. How you think motherfuckers looking at her all these months? She out making up stories. Like, how you think my mama had to deal with that shit? Like, people talking about her daughter and the family and making it look like my mama just letting her kids do whatever. Me now here on house arrest. She even got bumped with 2 pipes and for shooting it. Like, it just looked bad. My sister went through all this, bro. You know what I'm saying? For 18 months, when it get hot out and it's busting outside and she gotta leave early. You know what I'm saying? Like, she gotta keep sending herself in the house. Everything going on, it's just getting turned. She gotta go in because she on house arrest for 2 pipes and an aggravated discharge. She fought that case for 18 months on house arrest, bro. Then took time and did another 6 months. 2 years of her life, bro. You feel me? We never got a dime from nobody. Everybody was going out of town and they was doing tours and all that shit. We didn't get a dime. You know what I'm saying? She did 2 years fighting that case. Now we in adulthood, bro. You know, people don't never think about their name until you get to an adult. Remember we was just talking about that shit? I'm like, man, it's a lot of shit that I'm starting to see as an adult that I need. You know, when you try to get these cribs, you think my sister getting approved for that crib downtown, gang? No. When they do a background check, they ain't letting her in. You think she could go to Canada or the UK or like Australia straight through? No. They don't allow felons. You know what I'm saying? Like, my sister whole life, she lost 2 years fighting the case, a lot of money she never got back. You know what I'm saying? Came home, never put nobody in the blender, and she's still to this day suffering the consequences of that shit. Still can't get certain cribs, still can't get a certain car, still can't maneuver and do what she want to do, can't go. If she want to say, man, I want to go to London tomorrow for my birthday, I want to go see, what the fuck, what's to go see in London? Whatever, I mean, you know, whatever you go see out there. She can't. Because she a felon. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is the shit that people, when they talk about loyalty, bro, nobody even helped her fight that case. Motherfucker put her in the blender, went about their way, and never gave her a dime. None of us a dime. Knew what she meant to this shit. Knew who she was in this shit. No loyalty was ever shown. So when y'all know, and this is everything that we all know, so put that in y'all mind frame when y'all thinking a motherfucker supposed to gave some type of loyalty, or when y'all think people earned the right for you to not fuck with certain people from other sides of this.
And be your own people.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, bro, when it was time to show, my sister showed everybody loyalty. She did shit for everybody. And when it was time to show her an ounce of that shit back, it never came. It never came into fruition. You know what I'm saying? So when people, the trolls and shit, they be speaking on that shit like, oh yeah, she went and did, she was fucking with Von, then she went. My sister didn't. And not to say that she fucked with Melly because of what Von did or nothing. It was nothing like that. She just don't owe no loyalty to nobody because nobody showed her none. You know what I'm saying? And that shit, like, really matters, gang.
Facts. That's what's up, man. So behind that, bro, at some point you start rapping, right?
Yeah.
Tell us who influenced you to get in the booth.
LA.
Okay.
LA
Capone
influenced me. And I ain't even gonna lie, like, the first song I made, he influenced me to keep going. I'm gonna say that. LA influenced me, like, he heard the first song that I made. I did that Poppin' Tags. I put my verse on that, and then I played it for him at school. And when I played it for him, you know, we was coming home from school, my mama had just picked us up, taking us back to the hood. And when she pulled up to Sullivan House, we was going to Sullivan House over east. And she pulled up and we was playing the shit in the car. He like, yeah, bro, like, that was, you sound like you raw. You know what I'm saying? Like, you sound like you could do it. And I'm like, okay. You know, that's LA. Like, even this, he ain't gonna lie to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that was kind of like an ingratiation a little bit. Like, oh, okay. That's like Zach TV telling you, like, man, I like what you doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. That's like GOAT. You know what I'm saying? That would have been some GOAT status shit. Like, oh yeah, I'm making the right move. And even though this my homie, like, he was still one of them niggas. So it's like when he told me, because I knew he wasn't gonna lie, he told me, like, yeah, folks, you raw. You feel me? You could do something, gang. Like, keep going. I'm all right, I like that. But I still wasn't gonna keep going. I ain't gonna lie. I just, you know, because I always felt like I was kind of good at anything I ever wanted to do. Like, not to be cocky or nothing like that. I just was like, if I liked it for real, I feel like anything a motherfucker like, if you doing something you don't like, it's gonna show. You feel me? A lot of rappers probably didn't want to rap for real. They just doing this shit because it's a sack in it and they ass weak. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you like your job, you will be able to get it done or do it at a high level. You know what I'm saying? So when I was doing shit, like, I used to draw when I was a shorty. Like, that was my thing. So I devote a lot of time to drawing. I'd draw whatever. And I was raw as hell at drawing. I used to draw Goku all the time. That was probably like my favorite shit to draw, some like Dragon Ball Z shit. Playing the game, nigga, when playing the game was just some little kid shit. Like, you know, you getting paid for that shit now. But when I was a shorty, nigga, whatever game you can get bust in. I used to play streets, all that shit, football, all that shit. I'm busting asses. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, even with sports, like, I was a football player in high school before I came back to the city. I was like that. Like, I was one of them run it back to the crib type, Devin Hester type niggas on folding, like, one play take type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was putting numbers up there.
Also, in most recent news, man, you know, FBG Cash was gunned down near 81st and Ashland. Mm-hmm. And they say he was in the car with a young lady and perhaps she set him up. You know, he had a similar situation, I guess a week or so prior to. You know, he even shared this with Drea O. You know, shout out to Drea O, right?
Right.
So, you know, since it happened, you know, it's been a lot of speculations about, you know, whether she set him up or, right, you know, was this backlash from a diss song he might have made, you know. Mm-hmm. You know how the streets be talking, they just be saying anything. But, yeah, you know, what was your reaction and thoughts, you know, when that situation happened?
That shit was crazy, man. Like, and what's so crazy is, like you say, that shit, like, he had a situation like that, like, a week prior, some shit like that. Like, so, like, I don't know, like, what people think, you know what I'm saying? Like I always put myself, like, I've been in, like, if you survive this long, bro, I feel like you didn't get this far being like careless, basically. Like, I feel like all my dead homies I learned from. Even the niggas that's from the ops that's dead, I learned from them. Like, if you survive this long, and if you gonna take that route, like, with the disses and all that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I always be trying to tell people, like, I used to diss. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't nobody that's telling people, like, not to diss that never diss niggas. Like, I used to do that on the net, off the net, in my songs, on t-shirts. Like, I used to do it, like, to the fullest. I was really into it, you know what I'm saying? Like, and, like, what changed me, bro, is, like, first of all, you can't be doing it for nobody else's reasons. Like, I always tell people, like, I'd never diss a nigga again because that's what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? When you start not dissing people because you hoping people don't diss your homie, you're never going to stop dissing people. You know what I'm saying? That's why they all started back dissing people. They tried to slow it down at first, but people never stopped dissing them. It just kept always happening. Tooka always got talked about, it always was something. So they tried to start back. And I don't do it because of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and because I do it for me, I never do it. And it's like, when people be dissing, like, you got reasons not to diss now, because it's like, Cash, he got some daughters, he got some young kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, and like, my son, he 4, right? My son, he already know, he got a phone and he know how to work it. He be on YouTube right now, you know, right now it's kitty shit. He looking for kitty shit, he watching Mufu and, you know, like young little kid, children, toddler shit. But in 3-4 years, when he learn how to read and he learn like other shit, he gonna be looking at other shit on there. And like, that dissing shit, bro, like this shit, like the same shit make you laugh, it'll make you cry. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, before he got killed, he was all in front of folks' mural and, you know, all in songs steady throwing shots and throwing shade about how they seen folks die, the whole world seen them die and all that. And it's like, how he died, everybody saw it. Like, you put your kids in a position where if they scrolling on YouTube one day, they could traumatize themselves. Because there's pictures of you floating around like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's pictures of you floating around lifeless. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, sometimes, bro, like, I always try to tell people, like, think about Fredo. Fredo was a nigga like me. He was been into it. He was been into it. These niggas before I was. Before I was off the porch, Fredo was into it. These niggas, like, before I was in my hood and knew what a hood was, he was in the hood. You know what I'm saying? We from the same hood. He took the other route. You know what I'm saying? From day one. Like, before we even got on the deal, he took the route, the other route. And now, in a way, he kind of get the rest peacefully. Like, yeah, it be 1 or 2 goofy clown off that try to play with his name, but other than that, they don't even think about Fredo when they think about dissing. Because Fredo, they understand. I think I heard Duck speak on this when Fredo died. Mm-hmm. Like, Fredo never did that. He never did it. And because he never did it, he get that eternal rest. Like, now he where he at and he chilling, you know what I'm saying? His name don't get brought up, you know what I'm saying? Because he never made that bed before he died, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, people don't think like this should have happened to you, gang. Like, I got shot with a Drake, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know, like, I came close to death, bro. Like, I know what death looked like or what it could look like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit ain't no joke. And that shit happened to me before I had my son. But now that I got a son, it's like I got so many reasons to, like, not put myself out there like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I already need to be here for my son, but if a nigga gonna go, don't put yourself in a position where your kid's gonna be still, like, going through, reliving that shit over and over. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tooka ain't got no kids, bro. He got a mama, but he ain't got no kids. Like, you grow up and you get into these age ranges where people steady putting your daddy in a pack and posting your daddy looking bogus and posting things and saying things about your daddy, like, and you out here reliving that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, them images ain't gonna never disappear. Like, that shit, they gonna see that shit and shit fuck around and get them anxiety or something, gang. Like, you will fuck around and have one of your kids out here fucked up in the head, they see they daddy out like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, and people gonna be thirsty to keep regurgitating and like, putting this shit out there because of what you did when you was alive. You kept talking, and it's like, I know, like, you feel me? I already know he was provoked a lot of the times, you know, he going back and forth with Von, and he going, you know, like, it ain't like he not getting this, so I'm not saying like he didn't have a reason to be doing it. I'm just saying like, I get this, you know what I'm saying? Like my right hand man's, all of them diss LA. You know what I'm saying? I don't take that route. I got
Hold
real
on, you say your right hand mans be dissing LA?
No, I said they diss my right hand mans. You know what I'm saying? Like, if anybody got a reason to still be dissing, it's me. Like, they still dissing LA right now. That's one of their favorite niggas to bring up. This is my best friend. If I wanted to just tweak with the ops just off his name, I could. But I just take another route, you know what I'm saying? Because, bro, shit happens. Like, and the worst thing you could do before it happened is been out here acting crazy. Because that's all we gonna remember. That's all motherfucker gonna remember, gang. You out here dissing and tweaking and talking and woofing and all that, and then, like, you never get that rest, bro. Your kids keep reliving that shit. It's like, it was fucked up. Like, that shit fucked up what happened to Shorty. And then it's like, a motherfucker, for you to have a situation where you could have been, like, on point, you know what I'm saying? Like, you had a situation, like, right before that situation, like, you damn near wasn't supposed to even be right there, gang. Whatever situation you escaped was your, like, heads up, like, look, man, let me, you know what I'm saying? That's why I be speaking about learning from people, like, well, you can learn from yourself. Like, you go through something, like, that's your eye-opener, for don't go do that again. Don't ride like that again. Don't make that mistake again, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just had a situation, you know? So it's like, when people ignore the signs, like, I learned from LA. Like, when I go to these studios, I do a lot of background checking. I don't just go with any engineers. If you had certain clients, I'm not gonna be at your studio. You know what I'm saying? I can't be at no studio where you, oh yeah, you be doing with the ops too. So that means if one of my homies make a mistake and upload the wrong story, they gonna know we in here. Gotta stay away from you. You know what I'm saying? I go outside, you know, I walk in when we link twice on bro. It's Pooh Shiesty on. You know what I'm saying? I don't come outside. I don't walk outside my threshold if I ain't coming like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't give no fuck where we at, bro. I'll be in the pool downtown with that ski mask on. If that's where the guy be around this bitch looking like Nook. For them grade. Like, I don't go in. When I sit down at restaurants, I do that. Yeah, I still do that. You know what I'm saying? We get in private rooms. You feel me? We move. I ain't just going in all these loose ass restaurants. My homies don't even let me get my own food. They'll pop out here. What you was getting out of? My homies protect me like they know I'm like one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they know what's going on out here. Like, people gotta understand, bro. Like, your life is valuable, bro. Like, when you take that loss, ain't gonna be no second chances. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's only one time. And it be the flukiest shit. Niggas die of arm shots. Don't think you can get shot in the ass and you won't die. Whenever that motherfucker bullet pierces your skin, boy, your ass in trouble. Motherfucker be having shit that explode when it hit you. And motherfucker hit you in the ass and blow your shit off. Like, on for them grade. Like, you don't know. Bro, you can be smoked at any time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even give women a chance to backdoor me, gang. Like, I don't go around crowds that got crowds in it, you know what I'm saying, that I don't fuck with, or that I don't, like, that don't got no love for me. Like, every nigga I'm with at any given time, they'll be hurt if I die. That's how I gotta stay. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna let you, yeah, folk, they good, they cool. Nah, bro, they cousin might be such and such, or they little brother might was in jail in Division 10 with such and such, and he think that, nah, bro, I'm cool on that. Ain't nobody dropping, no, hell no, I'm not, nah, bro. Everybody at any given moment that's with me, if I'm posted up somewhere, I ain't even posting up at 5, nothing in the morning, but if I'm somewhere late night, posted up anywhere, everybody that's out there with me gonna protect me like it's their life. Ain't nobody out here that wanna see me hurt or see nothing done to me or that'll put me in that position, because if it is, these type of situations happen. Cause anybody could drop your low. It don't gotta be the people you pull it up on. It's the people that they let pull up on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit happens, bro. Like, when I'm outside on these blocks, every block is connected to a main block. Like, where he got killed at Ashland was the next block. And when I'm posted in my hood, King Drive was the next. That's the block everybody ride up and down. It could be as easy as a motherfucker that never even was over there, rolled past Ashland and was like, that's Cash. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could happen like that, bro. You don't even know how this shit could have happened, but it could happen to you, bro. So you gotta move like you value this shit, like you got your kids, like you give a fuck. Bro, I maneuver like I know my son don't got nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm his daddy, I'm what he know. Like, I'm been there every day since he was born. Like, if I leave for it, what the fuck is it gonna be? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think about him with everything I do, bro. And I feel like if niggas thought about their kids or like had them on their mind, they'll do a lot of shit different, bro. Like, I look at my son, I don't never want to do nothing that's gonna harm him, bro, or that's gonna like make him be in a situation where he gotta like relive that shit over and over. Like, damn, bro, he really like gone. He left me out here like that. Like, nah, bro. Like, think about your kids, bro.
For sure, for sure. Another thing that you know, transpired amongst our Chicago internet world, right? Memo600 popped up on 600, a place that Sharko Land told him that he couldn't come back to. And Sharko Land looked to be shocked. Some said he was speechless when he saw Memo, you feel me, back on Steve Drive.
Right.
Can you go back to 600?
Yeah, nigga, I went to my hood and walked through my shit. I don't know if you seen it, but I had went and walked through. I ain't gonna even lie. I was on some bullshit though, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I was on some bullshit. I wasn't even trying to.
So who's the Shark on Land guy? I know he you know, be doing interviews. Is that somebody you grew up with? I'm not too familiar with.
First of all, before I even get to him, it's so crazy because, like, bro, I love a lot of niggas from my block. It's just, I don't, like, how I look at it is like posting up. I don't know if people show when they post up, bro, but it's like when you ride through a lot of places, it be dry. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I ride through a lot of hoods. It always look like somebody outside on the net. I swear, like, it always look like, yeah, they always out there. Like, it always look like that on the ground. You ride through it, motherfucker. Ain't nobody outside, gang. So, like, when you trying to think about posting up, like, I fuck with a lot of niggas in my hood and we link up and do shit and we go places and we, like, do, like, grown-up shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I've been posting up since I was 14. I'm talking about 14, 11, 12 years old. Like, it's supposed to be a point where niggas not supposed to ride down and see you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of niggas who I think bogus for posting up right now. And it ain't even about like, oh yeah, you too old. It's like, bro, you done made yourself this type of nigga. Like, you can't be out here getting into this little nigga shit on phone now. Like, you know what I'm saying? But as far as Shark, I did grow up with him. He is from the hood, like, really. His name really Gaddafi. He from the block. He was one of the big guys, basically. You feel me? Like, you know, him, they age range, they in their early 30s and shit. These was like the big guys, you know what I'm saying? Brick City niggas and shit. We young, they are big homies, you know what I'm saying? He was one of the big homies, folks. Definitely grew up with him. When I seen that video about the for it's so crazy, because I don't know, like, I be trying to tell people that can't come on the block shit, that shit just be like, niggas don't be giving a fuck to come to the block, so it might look like a motherfucker can't come to their block or don't want to be on the block, but like a motherfucker come on the block and there won't be shit going on, bro. Like, I don't know who the fuck thought he was gonna do something when Memo came over there. Like, I never thought he was gonna beat his ass or something like that. I don't know what the fuck. All that shit be just. That shit just be a lot of tweaking to me, for like I swear to God on Lil Boo, like, I've been learned that, like, that shit just be, you know, like that shit don't be about nothing for real. I ain't gonna phone them. Like I don't know what. Shark probably ain't, you know, they had their little beef or whatever was going on, and I guess he was like, shit, nigga. You know, that's the first thing a nigga say when they woofing. Yeah, you can't come. I don't know who the fuck be, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, you know, motherfuckers say shit like that, man. I don't know.
For sure.
Cause niggas be want to be outside with everybody for, like, I ain't gonna lie, all that can't, it ain't a lot of niggas left out here. Motherfuckers talking about, motherfuckers don't, certain niggas don't come to the block, ain't nobody gonna be out here. For them grave.
In your previous response, in our previous question, there was one thing I wrote down in my notes was Tooka. And Tooka mom.
Yeah.
You know, she just did a couple interviews, most recently one with Say Cheese.
Right.
And another with a platform I think it's Real Life Productions type shit. Anyway.
Right.
You know, a lot of guys, specifically under the BD faction, you know, they say they smoking on Tooka.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's been glorified that people across the world say they smoking on Tooka. You feel me? Why is everybody smoking on Tooka? What made Tooka? You know, what made him that lingo, sort of say? Cause I know some guys from the young niggas in the O, they just know it as lingo.
Right.
They just say it in these DJUTV interviews. They say that's their lingo. So they don't mean no disrespect.
Right.
But you know?
Right, man, I think Tooka was just, you know, like I always go back into the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything from day one is always like when you the first, it's like you get it the worst. Like, I feel like it's things that Sosa did when he first got on, they was trying to drop him from his label for, paint him out as a bad person and put him in rehab. But there's other artists right now that's blowing up off this same little, like, shit that was, like, getting Sosa in trouble with his label and making them look like a nuisance. Like, now it's acceptable. You know what I'm saying? Like, now niggas like Von, he come out, now that's marketable. When after y'all gave him $6 million, y'all tried to shelf him for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Now it's back cool. Same with that shit. Like, if you the first nigga, like, Sosa, he the drill father. You know what I'm saying? Whoever he was talking about when he first hired his wave is what everybody remember, bro. Exactly. And the unfortunate thing about it was when Shorty got killed. You know what I'm saying? It's like D-Rose. D-Rose clout is kind of so like up there because it's like Shorty. That's what they remember Sosa saying. Like they like
me call D-Rose, boy.
Yeah, like they like what?
Low, boy.
Like D-Rose forever ingratiated. Like it's people that never. Like, you know, he been locked up basically all this time. Like, he been in and out, but he been doing 2, 3. He been gone 8, 9. You know what I'm saying? Like, so not, but people are, why is he, all these on? Cause, nigga, that's who they remember. They remember. Don't make me call these roles, boy. Woo. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they remember. So it's like, Sosa, and it's funny because I ain't trying to make it seem like folk fucked him over, but like, you know, the fans, they drill historians, and that's just who they grab. That's who stuck. That was the first name. Tooka. Right. Talk about him. Now he the one who can't catch a break before them.
So even with the fans, knowing that this was obviously a person, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And this person, like you said earlier, I heard you say earlier, he ain't had no brothers, you know what I'm saying, or
right. Kids.
He ain't had no kids, right? He had either or. He just had his mama,
right?
And everybody, you know, because now smoking on the op is a thing, but I feel like it started from obviously smoking on Tooka, right?
Yeah.
It's the young man mindset that I'm worried about now, you know, because all this shit brand new to us.
Yeah.
Literally, right? And so, where do we go, bro? Like, you smoking marijuana right now. You know what I'm saying? But if you from such and such hood, this camera looking at you like you smoking on such and such, whoever from the other hood, right?
Right.
It's a shame, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Reddit, Chiracology, you know what I'm saying? These like detectives, these some kids.
Mm-hmm.
They so influenced, they so inspired, I mean they so infatuated with Chicago's drill culture. Do you ever think there would be some type of change in Chicago, or are we always gonna be going downhill?
I don't know, bro, you know.
It's a hard question, ain't it?
You know, yeah, because like you know, it's people like me, like who be wanting to change.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but like, and I ain't even gonna say like a change, bro. You know, like I ain't trying to wave no white flags. I understand both sides of the coin. You know what I'm saying?
I asked you this, right? I don't mean to cut you off, right? But I asked you like this. Of course, not in the near future, but in our lifetime, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think we'll be able to see a change around this motherfucker?
That's why I be saying, like, I be trying to be real, bro, like, because in a way, it's like, it's like people like me, like, I try to change as much as I can, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I stopped dissing out as soon as I came home, bro. That was a transition I made as soon as I got out of prison. One of the first things I ever did. And it's like, since I made that transition in 2017, I really haven't seen nobody make it with me. You know what I'm saying? Even some of the guys who did do it for whatever length of time, they back doing it for whatever reason. And it's like, I feel like I'm out here by myself with this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's a lot of reasons why people think that they righteous for what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like they feel like they righteous.
I know you've been through a lot, you know, and you're young. You're very young. You 5-6 years younger than me.
Yeah.
You done seen a lot transpire, you know, from the lows to the highs. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? From the fries to the guys, meaning, you know, from small to big, right?
Yeah.
So let me ask you something, bro. How did the rumors that you had to go face affect your everyday mentality? How did it affect you mentally?
I mean, it just made me, you know, that shit made me, what I was gonna say, I feel like that shit just opened my eyes, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's so crazy now because I just be seeing it happen to everybody now. Like, not even with rumors, but just like how shit used to be together. Like, when the shit first went with me, I always was like, damn. Why me? Like, is I'm breaking up with my hood or something? Like, you know. But now it's like growing old, I'm starting to see like this shit getting more common. Like, I feel like it's like a rite of passage now. Like, even the people who fucking with their areas is like doing it to a certain extent. Like, you know, everybody on the net making this shit look good. But it's like at the same token, it's like what I be hearing behind the scenes, it be like, damn, folks said that about such and such, or damn, he like that with such and such. You know what I'm saying? And it just make a motherfucker think like, damn, folks, this shit really like destined for everybody to like basically like find their own way, bro. Like you, it's basically like, damn, folks, like an eye opener. Like I said when everything first went on, I'm just like, damn, bro, like why me? Then I'm getting older in life and I'm starting to see everybody low-key cutting everybody off. Like, I be talking to the guys from some of the guys from my hood and they be or from like any hood, they always be like, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro, this shit over with, this shit fucked up, this shit, this, that, man, niggas bogus, niggas, everybody acting crazy, folks and them snaking back door, like it's all this back door shit going on, and it's just like, damn. This shit happen. And it's like, it don't gotta be the same way. It's just everybody saying fuck everybody. On Lil Boo, it's like everybody getting their back turned on everybody. You feel me? So it's like, at first it made me more militant. And then it's like now that I'm seeing this shit happen to everybody, I feel like everybody moving how I'm moving, like for they self or to they self, you feel me? Like I always, like every situation I ever been in just made me better, you know what I'm saying? Sure. And you know, you really can't, like I'm speaking in hindsight, you know what I'm saying? Like when shit be first happening, you know, you don't never know how bad you gonna, how good you gonna bounce back, you know what I'm saying? Or what it's gonna turn you into. But now that I'm looking back, it's like that shit made a motherfucker better, cause it's like, sometimes, bro, you don't be knowing like how you gonna, like, you don't be knowing like, you don't be knowing shit outside of your hood. Like your hood, you will be having so much like, or not even just your hood, but just to something. You will be like having so much ties to something. Folk on video, it'll be doing all type of fool shit. Like, you know, if you see the signs and you will still love them. You know what I'm saying? You see the shit that you was supposed to be like, damn, for that was bogus. You still be fucking with niggas. Right. And it's like sometimes that shit'll make you blind. It's like certain situations, it's like it could have only happened like this that would have made me see what I needed to see. You know what I'm saying? Certain shit, bro, niggas, you would see, like I've seen the guys kick in the guy's crib. And that shit should have showed me, like, yeah, they'll do that to you. Like, they'll kick your shit in, boy, they'll do that to you. Don't think you better than folks to them, you know what I'm saying? But shit really, like, it shit really didn't. It just like that should have happened to you, bro. Like,
and I want to touch on the last thing you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you say you fold them and kicking and fold them dough, right? Basically.
Yeah.
You know, in Chicago's culture nowadays, right? That's called the back door.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I look at back door, I see BD. Did the black disciples create the black door? Back door?
Bro, that's funny as fuck.
Did the BDs create back door?
Yeah, bro, you know what? So I don't know where the fuck that came from, bro. Like, it be lingo coming from other states, and they be coming here. Our lingo in other states, you know, everybody calling for a thigh and all that shit, like, so it's lingo. I don't know if that was some shit that came from it. It sounds like it came from here, but I really don't know where that came from, bro. I don't think that was the guy's shit. They don't want to give us that type of clout, because I don't know if folk them started that shit. It might have been a GD that started that shit.
I mean, and you know,
because I really first started hearing about that shit, I feel like with Timo, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like Timo was really like the first, like, motherfucker doing it, like, back door, or yelling about some shit like that. Yeah, Timo was going crazy with that shit.
Well,
I think that was like the first nigga I heard. Or was it, who? Man, who the fuck was that? I don't know.
First motherfucker I heard screaming back door was Lil Durk.
I don't know. I don't think that was the first motherfucker I heard. I think, cause folk, like, that's some shit, like, that shit, I don't know, bro. That shit did just come out the blue, didn't it? Like, that shit, I feel like that shit just came out of the blue, like, that's the worldwide term now. Like, yeah, shorty just got back door. Like, what?
Right.
That shit good. It's stuck though, cause it's like good. It's a good terminology, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Right. But I don't think folks funny as hell. I don't think that.
Now I know you experience a lot of betrayal from your gang, from your hood, you know, via the internet.
Yeah.
But has there ever been a situation in which someone confronted you face to face about the snitching rumors?
Hell no. Ain't no, bro, what the fuck is it? Man, ain't nobody coming to me about no. Man.
Nah.
Hell no. Nobody ever gonna. You'd have heard about it by now. You'd have seen it on the net like everybody else be getting confronted.
Type shit. So I want to get into a couple questions we got from the fans, right? Because like I said, you know, the fans, they've been on my ass about this Tay Capone interview.
Yeah.
They say, what was it like growing up with Lil Boo? Why do we always hear you say on Lil Boo?
Lil Boo introduced me to 600. Okay. Like, Lil Boo is a nigga who, you know, him and D-Thing, like, I know people be getting the D-Things confused, but I be talking about D-Thing from my hood.
Okay.
D-Thing was a guy, Lil Boo, I'm sorry, I was about to speak about D-Thing. D-Thing, Lil Boo, I'm steady saying, folks, I need to just talk about both of them, shouldn't I?
Somebody on your mind.
Hey, but now Lil Boo, he with D-Thing, he invented 600. So Lil Boo was like a nigga who he was one of the originators, and he showed me everything. Like him, he was the one that actually asked me, like, "Are you ready to be down with this shit?" Like we was in LA or something. He like, "You ready to be down with this shit?" I looked at Booker like, man, what do you mean, fool? He talking about some nigga. He asked you, is you ready to be 600? I'm like, hell yeah. Man, this shit, I'm bitty, you feel me? And folks like Lil Boo was the nigga who showed me the ropes. Like, you know, I used to walk with my head down and shit like that. I had things like, you know, what I did what innocent shorties did. I did shit like I ain't have a worry in the world. Walked slow as hell, shit like that. Like, and he just used to be with me every day. Like, boy, pick your fucking head up. You know, I used to love walking with my head down too because I always used to find money. So, like when I start walking my head down, he'd slap the back of my head, like not hard, but like, folk, like pick your shit up, folk. You looking down, folk. I used to, and then when I pick my head up, I'm only looking for it. Like, folk, like you watch us around, do this, do that, like giving me the game. You know what I'm saying? Like he taught me everything I knew. Everything I knew, he taught me, gang. So it was like, Lil Boo is like a motherfucker who I guess like he always come up, or like I always be merching on folks and for them because that was my homie.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? But he really like, him and D-Thing, they right there.
Okay.
They right there.
I'm glad you singled that part out, the D-Thing part, right? Because we always hear about D-Thing as a Lil Durk brother, but there was another D-Thing, right?
Yeah.
And he from 600, right?
Yeah.
And that D-Thing is the one that, the D-Thing from New York, that's who he got his name from. You know who I'm talking about, Shorty?
I heard about it, yeah, they just indicted Shorty.
Right. Free D-Thing.
Right.
Yeah, he like a youngin'. So do you know that, damn, it's interesting now for real. So it's like a clique in New York, right? A lot of young niggas. And like, they all named after damn near Team 600.
Really?
They got an Edai, they got a D-Thing, who else they got? And they got like one more type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, for real.
That's crazy.
That's a shortage.
I ain't gonna lie.
And they in the interviews, you know, when they ask where they get their name from, now they saying that. Like
they said it.
Yes,
I ain't gonna lie, that shit dope. Like that's some, like people be wanting a motherfucker to be looking at that shit. It's like dick riding, but I just be like amazed at the impression we be having on people. Like when you start naming it,
I don't mean to cut you off, I just remember the name was C. But it was, you know, copied after the S.
Right.
So that's how, yeah.
See, and that shit be crazy, bro, because that's just like...
E. I'm sorry, one more time. Damn, that's the name. E.
Right.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
That's like paying your respects type shit. Like, that shit, like saying salute, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, because, bro, for a nigga to tell you, like, even admit it, like, man, we got that from food, and like, that shit in itself niggas won't do. Mm-hmm. Niggas ain't gonna do that, give you your props. There be so much hate and shit going on, motherfucker ain't gonna give you the props on Lil Boo. But it's like, other than that, I feel like that shit just be raw as hell. Like, because folk, like, we was just doing this shit, bro. Like, we ain't know the impression that we was gonna have or that the guys was gonna have. Like, I swear, bro, like, sometimes I just be like looking like, damn, bro, like, we was just shorties. We didn't even know like what the fuck we was doing, bro. Like we was just us every day, and it's like that shit like really made motherfuckers wanna, like, bro, I be tweaking. Like people always be talking to me like, yeah, bro, at the Dirk them and at the Sosa era, at the Keith era, it's y'all who we was playing. I be like, damn. They like, I used to listen to you when you was little, bro. Like when we was little, I used to listen to you, and I be like, bro, I'm 25. Like, what you mean like when you was little, nigga? I'm somehow, bro. When I was little, I was growing up listening to you, nigga. I'm still growing up. What the fuck is you talking about? But really, for like, they was really watching like back then, and it's like and I look up, it's been 10 years. And it's like, that shit just be like having me like in this like mode. Like they be talking to me like, man, Tay, you one of the GOATs. And that shit be tweaking me out, bro. Cause I still like, we already see, like I came how I came last time. I just be on some regular shit, bro. Like, it don't even be hitting me sometimes how motherfuckers be looking at a motherfucker like, yeah, bro, y'all the ones, like y'all this, y'all that. That shit just be like fucking my head up, bro, you feel me? So like, even shit like that, like you would think a motherfucker be not shocked by this shit by now, but bro, it still be tweaking me out cause we was just doing this shit. We ain't know a motherfucker was gonna rock with us that hard to like do it for they block or like try to do certain shit we was doing or like give us the respect or like try to imitate us in any type of way or like be on anything. Like New York niggas went and took drill and put their own spin on it to show us how much they respected. Like they was fucking with our movement. Like that shit all dope. Like I feel like Shorty them really like they pay homage the right way. Like you feel me? Like they never tried to, I feel like New York niggas never tried to like claim they sauce as they own. They always let a motherfucker know like we know where this shit started from. You feel me? Right. We know where this shit like, you feel me, that originated, and we did our own thing on for them, and I like that, bro, because I feel like all of them do that. None of them ever hesitate in doing that whenever they can, bro. So it's like, that should be cool for them. Say they named a couple niggas after a couple of my homies. That shit, like for D-Thing, was 17 when he got killed, 18. Like he never even rapped. He never even seen that social shit. He died in 11.
Right.
So to know a motherfucker really care about Shorty like that, that's like ultimate respect. I fuck with that hard.
I thought that was dope for sure. For myself, bro, I feel like Team 600 is definitely one of them legendary groups from the early drill scene. We talk about Edai, R.I.P. Yeah. We talk about Rondo #9. We talk about C-Day. Yeah. You know, free both of them. We talk about yourself, Tay 600 up them rules. We talk about L.A. Capone. Yeah. R.I.P. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we going to 600 Breeze. We going to Memo600. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could really keep going. Free Just Blow. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could really keep going, right? Like, 600 was really deep. 600 was really one of them rosters. Like, I remember you saying in one of the Zach TVs that 600 could have been like Dipset. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fo. On BD, that shit, like, fo, you know, like, that shit really, like, who didn't think that, though? Like, I feel like if you was, like, smart, fo, like, Edai was on that. That's how he was trying to do it, low-key. Like, that's what it was supposed to be, like, because niggas knew, like, you know, at first, like, people wasn't trying to let everybody get in. I ain't gonna lie, it was like the rappers from the block was noticed as the rappers from the block. Then, you know, people started making their way in, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you had to force your way in. Like I tell you, like how I got the 600 roll. Like I had to kick that dough down to get that roll. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we had to earn our respect as rappers first, I feel like, because it wasn't a big team at first. You know, you had Hoover, he was a rapper, Ev, and Rio, they had their own group.
Bezel Boys, right?
Yeah. They had Bezel Boys. Edai was doing his own thing, and Doc was doing his own thing. Then it started being like, you know, Rondo, C-Day, and it was just like fucking around type shit. Not really, but they making their tracks booger too. And then, you know, it's like, but they had earned their role as the rappers type shit. And then it's like after that, because I remember LA wasn't getting the folk, he was trying to get in the stew and shit like that, but folk don't really wasn't like giving him no serious ass play. Shorty started going to the stew on his own. Like when he made Murder, I walked in on him making Murder. He was in one of the guys' crib, they had a little setup, making it himself because folk don't really wasn't trying to give him the shine. And that's why you hear me talking on the beginning of it, and shout out to LA, shout out Deep Thing, you know, all that. It was like one of them moments. So it's like we was all earning our ways in as being respected rappers, and then it became like a thing where it was really gonna be like a team when niggas knew like we had a bunch of rappers.
What's up? Now today, Larry Hoover said, I am no longer a member, leader, or even a elder statesman of the Gangsta Disciples. I want nothing to do with now and forever. So Larry Hoover renounced being the GD. What are your thoughts on that?
I feel like they should have been knew that already. Like, you feel me? Like, I don't know what the people in power would think, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know if they want him to die in there or what. But, like, he old, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, he old. He been locked up a long time, bro. Like, he grew up in there. Like, I don't know how long Larry got left. You know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all even got an ounce, if y'all even think a little bit that one day y'all would let him out, why not do it? He's old, bro. Like, y'all don't know how many times y'all got to keep denying him his freedom. And then when if some unfortunate shit do happen like that while he's still in jail, motherfucker gonna be like, oh, we could have let him out, or we should have let him out, or it's gonna be a lot of talk about what could have happened. But like, he in his 70s, bro. Like, he done did more than enough time. Like, and then what he doing his time at is just like, I don't even know if that's humane. Like, I just hear stories about ADX, you know what I'm saying? Like, and how it sound is just, it just don't sound like that somebody should be in for years. I feel like that should be something you get sent to as a disciplinary when you in your other prisons. Like, okay, you keep fucking up, we finna send you to ADX for 3 months or 6 months, you know what I'm saying? A year, like if you do something real fucked up or something like that. Shouldn't be no joint like in our prison system, how they got Pontiac. I don't know if none of y'all ever been in prison, but like Pontiac is a straight year across the board. You gonna be in that bitch in your cell for a year type shit. Like, that's a disciplinary prison. You don't go there because you made the deck or you got sent there. No, you fucked up in your real joint and now you in Pontiac. So that's probably some shit ADX should be like. There shouldn't be nobody condemned to ADX, not from what I read. You know what I'm saying? Like, they motherfucking outside is inside. You know what I'm saying? They outside is inside they cell. When they go to rec, they go inside they cell in a little part that's in they cell. Like, they don't see other people. It's just like, bro, you ain't never had so much time to think. Like, you just have so much shit to think. Like, sometimes being alone, just thinking too hard, that shit is torture. You be wanting a motherfucker around or something, you know what I'm saying? Like, a motherfucker in their 70s, bro. Like, I was just looking at a motherfucker the other day. I was at the DMV, and you know, all the senior sentences cut the line at the DMV, and I just was like seeing, like, I've been looking at them like, man, it take them so much longer to do shit that me and you probably take for granted right now. Like, just being able to get up right now, like, and sit back down and walk fast and all that shit. I'm talking about, bro, they need help sitting down. Like, they gotta have their kids there with them at the DMV to get through the lines and shit. Like, imagine a motherfucker, like, you ain't even getting no help in your cell. You just in your cell by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you in your early, mid, late 70s in a cell.
Body aching.
Help. You already been sleeping on this bogus mat for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. This, you know what I'm saying? Like, you've been like living in these conditions for so long, bro. Whatever health you would have had at this age probably then diminished even more because how much time you spent in here in these conditions. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I feel like if y'all feel like y'all would ever let him out, stop wasting time with him, man. Because he's old, bro. Let him out. If y'all ever feel like y'all gonna let him out, let him out. Don't deny him 4 more times and then try to let him out. Like, all right, look, if he applied, if we gonna deny him a couple more times, then we gonna, what the fuck is y'all doing, bro? If y'all feel like he changed and y'all feel like y'all gonna ever fuck with Shorty or let him out or do anything for him, bro, let him out. Don't keep like, just say you ain't gonna let him out. Like, the judge keep trying to deny him but leave the door open, just tell him that shit over with. You know what I'm saying? Because you steady trying to leave hope, and then y'all shooting his hope down. Like y'all trying to get him all hyped up to not let him out. You know what I'm saying? You know, you see this shit with Larry, and it be like a groundswell, like he finna come home. Like when Kanye did the shit with Trump, you know, it was so much free Larry Hoover. It looked like Shorty was about to walk out. It looked like the old man was finna come out that bitch. Nothing never happened. We right there with the president, and shit still couldn't get done. You feel me? Like, but it keep being all these big ass like movements about it, like folks finna touch because them people was playing. They steady trying to deny him, but kid his hopes up, make good, you know, put out good statements about him. The judge say something good about him, but they won't act on their good judgment.
Type shit.
You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all denying them, but leaving the door open to be like, hey, we see the change, you could apply again or something, but when he come back up, y'all shooting him back down. You know what I'm saying? He's 70-something, bro. If y'all gonna let the man out or y'all feel like he changed, let him out.
So do you feel like the GDs are being blackballed in the music industry nowadays?
It's just feel. Hey, look.
They say they didn't let him in the door.
Man, look, this is what I feel, right? I want everybody to understand this, bro. It's always a GD somewhere. I just can't even understate that, bro. Like, the GDs is a part of the puzzle in some way, somehow. Like, you feel me? Like, they're part of the puzzle. Like, they, in a way, like, okay, let me see. Them niggas has always been in the mix, bro. Like, when we was yelling that GDK shit, 40% of the hood was GD. A lot of them fell back from it and stopped claiming it'll flip, but it was always GDs in the hood. It was like 40% GD in my hood when we got into it with the GDs. And I feel like because of how everything blew up and, like, you know, like, the drill scene came and, you know, when Sosa hit, you know, when everybody became a fan, you know, they listened to it like, we GDK for everybody, you know what I'm saying? And really, we was talking to our ops in all honesty because it was always GDs around. Like a lot of niggas that's BD, not flip BD, when that shit hit the fan, they was GD. And they was from the block, you know what I'm saying? They ain't had to flip GD, they just, I mean, they ain't
600 Breezy was one of those guys, correct?
Yeah, it was someone, yeah.
Okay.
On BD, it was a lot of the guys flip. On BD, it was, man, on photo, it was, and I don't know when. I don't know. Yeah. It was a lot of the guys flipping on phone. Right. They flipped, and they ain't have to flip though. You feel me? They niggas could have stayed what they was because it always been that. You feel? Always been sprinkled in GDs in the BD hood. You know what I'm saying? And
do you still keep in touch with anybody from 600?
Yeah.
I know you and Edai got a good relationship, right?
Yeah. You know, it's so crazy. He just called me while we was interviewing for. But yeah, I talked to him. You know, it's a lot. Everybody. I feel like from my era, it's only a couple motherfuckers left to talk to or like be talking to. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not a lot of us left.
All right, so based on that note, what you just saying about, you know, it ain't too many left to talk to, and which it ain't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you could just talk to one of those that you can't talk to no more, who would it be?
It'll be probably Edai. Feel me? Like, it shit just like, you never know. Life's short as hell. You feel me? Like, you feel me? Like, you think you got time for a lot of this shit, you know what I'm saying? You really don't know. You feel me? Like, how, like, much shit have changed. You know, that shit happened on my daddy's birthday. I was on my way in the crib.
What happened?
That shit to Edai.
When he died?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was on my daddy. Well, it was actually technically the morning after my daddy's birthday. His birthday was on the 31st. But it was,
night.
Yeah.
Type shit.
I was on my way in the crib and I got the call. And you know, I'm like, when I heard what I heard, it was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? At first, you know, like, I'm high, I'm coming in the crib, tweaked out, but like I really, you know, because you always get to call somebody dead before you get the call that they not dead or they fucked up. People always try to like speak death. I don't know why. Like he just got killed. Then you find out. So I always try to leave room for like another call or a verification. Like who told you that? How you know that? Mm-hmm. Because just hearing that, it's like that's over. So like, if I could try to get any type of more information before I could just believe that, I'm gonna wait. Mm-hmm. So when the motherfucker, I got 2 calls on the way, and it was like they was both the same. It was never really no rumor that he made it. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, you know, after just sitting chilling and shit, you know, you be like, damn. Yeah, because you think you got time. It's a lot of shit that go on out here. Motherfuckers just think they got time. You know, we got the same birthday. Like, our birthday on the same day.
Who, you and Edai?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Our birthday on the same day.
Y'all was twins.
For real. Twins.
Everybody I know they got my B-Day. I called them my twin.
Shit, I guess we was twins.
Y'all was twins.
But yeah.
What day is that, if you don't mind?
November 8th.
November 8th?
Yeah, that's Pooh Shicey's birthday too.
Okay.
A lot of niggas in November, we turned right back.
That's what's up, 11/8.
Yeah, I'm for them.
So look, now when that happened though, I know you saw all the YouTube videos about you having something to do with it. What was your reaction to that?
I feel like that was, and I don't know, it's like looking back, it was like, I ain't helped the situation either, because it was like people, he had got killed and shit, and then like a post, like, he got killed for, and then like, I had got like a police scanner and shit, and they was mentioning my name on it. You know what I'm saying? And they was like saying like I was, you know, like somewhere doing some hot shit. I don't really want to even say, but they said I was somewhere doing some shit. And I'm like, just like tweaking at the voice, you know, it's a walkie-talkie. Shh. And he said, shooter go by the name of, and I'm listening, and I'm like, this shit bogus as hell. I'm like, they really saying my name on that shit, for I don't know what the fuck they on, for. The motherfucker sent me this police kind of shit, like, they was saying your name on the shit. I'm somewhere in the crib with my son, they on that bitch tweaking.
Hey, so before we get up out of here, you got some bars you can spit for us?
For them did his ass, they did him bad. Ski and Fendo pop out shooting and you can't run cause they got different mags. Play with me, your ass can't see the mod. You getting put in the past. Steady doing that tough talk on the net. That shit gonna get you tagged. Trying we get on your ass. Something like a rash. Stomach bands, I count them fast. I got hella cash. I know niggas that's been moving weight like they off Breaking Bad. I took that Drake out my young nigga hand cause I couldn't wait to crash. I couldn't wait to crash. Thick bitch, I can't wait to smash. Fucking on our bitches, shit get risky. I still take it. Riding through hot city, keep my glizzy. They gon' make you dance. Any nigga with me got a switchy and we turn that fin. This is not the plan, but bitch, we all in. When you speak to me, bitch, I'm the boss, I ain't gotta call in. Steady run up chest, trying to run up sack and let my dogs in. And when all them rooms came around, I stood on all 10. Bitch. Oh no. Let's go.
DJUTV, Tay Capone. This what the fans been waiting on.
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out to Word T Productions.
Yeah.
Gang.
DJ, you go crazy.